friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I style my fine hair. Some of you have asked how I style my hair and what I use, what I do to achieve some of the looks when I'm filming my videos, and I decided to record that for you. So if you're interested in seeing how I style my hair, then please keep watching. The first step is to wash your hair. I particularly like to, sorry, I'm getting ready to you guys, but I particularly like to do one wash and then I use conditioner and shampoo. If I use conditioner by itself, it usually tends to weigh my hair down a little bit quicker. I know we like to use conditioner for to almost soften the hair, and it kind of makes the, I guess, hair follicles kind of seam up with moisture. But for me, I like to mix the two just so it's not completely weighed down, but still has some softness to it. And the other thing I like to do is day one hair for fine haired girlies out there is probably your best day. I know for me, I love day one hair right after I've washed it and I blow dried it and I style it. It's just nice and light and airy and fluffy and hasn't had time to get weighed down and oily yet. Usually that happens for me around day 3. It could happen 3 or 4. It could happen a little sooner depending on if I'm working out and stuff and have had it slicked back. But a lot of times with fine hair, it gets oily and weighed down a little bit quicker. And I just use this hair dryer. It is a very cheap and affordable hair dryer, and I like it because it comes with a comb end on it. I do have a Dyson, which I actually really love, but I do want to show you guys there are great affordable ways to get a salon looking look daily at your own home with something that's just really affordable. So I'm gonna finish blow drying the middle of my hair just so that I can make sure that it's completely dry. That is the next step, and then we'll get on to pressing it, and I'll show you guys some other little tricks that I use when I style my hair. So that is pretty much it. It's pretty dry. Another thing I will say about fine hair, if you're looking for ways to style it and your hair not look so, again, drab, I found that for me, the older I get, it's gotten a little bit thinner as well, or it thins out a little bit more. And I'm I already have fine hair. I need all the hair follicles I can keep. So what I've learned that look best, and this is just my opinion, I'm no hairstylist by any means, but I have a hairstylist that I love, but I just don't go to her very often because I'm such a DIYer and I know how I like my hair to look, although she does a great job. And I tend to just do it at home myself, but I've gravitated more towards shorter length haircuts. I used to well, if I do extensions or something in my hair, I'll keep it long. But if you're going for something where you're natural hair and you want to wear your natural hair, I found that even an even cut looks better. And I know you can hardly see it because I'm wearing a black robe, but just to look here, I pretty much evenly cut this myself. So I just bought a pair of shears. These are red. I just got these from the beauty supply store too, you guys. And when my hair is all straightened, I'll just bring it to the front and kind of trim it. And then if Jordan is here, then I'll ask her to make sure it's a little even in the back. But I tend to keep pretty even haircut because when I have layers, and because again my hair is so fine, it tends to make it look even thinner to me. Although layers are great, they are wonderful for shape and movement. I've just found that a more even, all around even cut just tends to make my hair look a little bit better. I've done it a little shorter, maybe up to here, that I like, and then I kind of say it's more a longer, maybe a longer bob all the way around, although I could go even a little bit shorter. But anyway, I want to show you guys what I use before I plug it up. But to flatten my hair, again, this is just what I do on a daily basis or a regular basis. It's not even just for this video, but I do believe in affordable hair care as Well, I know I love affordable fashion, but affordable hair care as well. And I use this Conair Icon. I think it's an Infinity Pro by Conair. And y'all, this flat iron, I want to say is like 40 bucks, $39.99. I will, of course, link it down below, but I think I got it from Target not too long ago. And I tend to just use this. It does, and then it has like a power on here, and it's warming up now. And then I think you can turn it all the way up. I think it only goes like to 26. Or is this? Maybe this, no, it's 30. I don't even know what 30 is because I'm one of those people that don't read the instruction manual, but I just put it on the highest setting and I go from there. So I'm gonna let that warm up. And we're gonna do waves today. I'll just, again, show you guys. I don't use a ton of products either. I used to be that person that put like finishing oil, like the grain bottle of olive oil. Let me see if I can find it. I do like this stuff. Just a nice hair oil is really good, like to polish. But I don't use a ton of this. And I really only use this if I have to, because again, weighing it down is not what I wanna do. And then this flat iron gets hot really quick, so I haven't stopped it yet. But once it stops flashing, then you'll know that it's hot enough and it's to the degree that you want. So I just start by sectioning off my hair from the bottom up, and I just flat iron it. And I do that with, again, no product. So this is just from the wash and the blow dry. I don't put anything on my hair. For me, I don't want a hard press. I know when I go get a silk press at the hair salon, again, because my hair is fine, when that thing is bone straight, it's beautiful, it's moving, but it's so thin. It looks just like stuck to my head, and I'm like, I need some volume. So I actually like to keep it a little bit, I guess I could say unstraightened at the roots, or just a light pass through, because again, I want to leave some of that there. So that's another little trick that I do. I don't do a hard press. I don't do a hard silk press like type of press. It's just one pass through, and that's just so that I can have some type of volume still left at my root. So you kind of want to leave some of that. So I'll just start out by, and I just use my fingers. I've done this so much, y'all. I just use my fingers, and I start out with just a lower section, and then I'll just clip this up with this broken clip, y'all. Excuse me. We're gonna get Jordan because she's the one who has all my clips. But yeah, I just comb through, and I usually always split this in two, and just take this, and I've just done it so much, and I'll just do one here. And I may go through my root maybe like a couple times just to press it down, but then I just go down once. You know what? Let me change my robe color so you guys can see the hair. Okay, so I put on a lighter colored robe. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, so that you guys could actually see the hair. And yeah, again, I'll trim it whenever it's straightened, because that's just easier, of course. But let me go ahead and finish doing all of that pressing out to the rest of my hair. And I'll usually feel through to see if I maybe missed a spot. And if it doesn't stay up, y'all, it's okay, because you're just gonna keep going. And I usually, again, I've done this so much, I usually get it done in like 5 rows. So that was number 2, this is number 3. And then I'll have 4 and 5, and I'll just do the top accordingly. But and then I'll use this to get the edges a little bit. So I like to just, because I don't do thin rows, I do thicker rows, I'll just press this to make sure I get like each end, and then press it down and then come down. And I don't do a chase method either, because it doesn't have to be bone straight, y'all. I still like it, again, to have a little bit of volume. So like here at the root, there's like a little bit of raising that I see, and I'll just go back through and get that. Hopefully you guys can see this. I can't see the back, but I've felt it so much in my own hair. I'm doing my own head so much that I kind of have a feel for it, and I probably could do it with no mirror. And then we'll get this on edge. So I think this is row number 4. And again, I like to use the comb, and I'll use the closer end of the comb here. And just go through. We'll press down on the root just to ensure that the heat goes through that thicker piece, and then we'll just come down. That, and get that edge. And see, like this is really thick. It's like a really thick piece at the root, so I'll kind of even do it a little sideways. And you're really just pressing it together so that the heat goes through the thick piece. And I still only come down once, so you may just press it a couple more times at the root, but still only come down the hair only one time. Like one pass is enough. And again, I mean, I guess the advantage of having fine and thinner hair is that, or having fine hair, is that it doesn't take very long to do. Jordan's hair is way thicker. She has a very high density in her hair, and it takes me quite a while to do her hair. I've been blow drying it, like it takes longer. So we're pretty much at the top, and you can see just how thinner it got after I pressed it. But again, still having it like not doing a hard silk press just makes you be able to have some type of volume, and not like the roots of my hair, they may look like they're like super flat, but there's still some raised pieces back here. Hopefully you can see that. It's not all the way pressed. And then this top part, because it's again not very thick here, I just tend to group it together and kind of do it to one side. So ultimately, this is the end, and then I will kind of part where I usually part. It's almost like a permanent part at this point. I'll just part my hair where I normally like to, and I usually kind of come to the front. So this is just my hair like it is. Now this is the point where I will trim it. So I'll just bring all the hair to the front. Again, we don't have very much, so, and I just, because I've already done this one because I just recently trimmed this myself, but I'll just bring it to the front myself and just trim it. I'll cut off a little bit. So we're kind of looking at it like this. Yeah, you can probably see better that way. And yeah, I just trim it with the shears to make it pretty even, and then I'll just bring it forward and do the same thing on this side. This looks a little uneven anyway. So you can hold it up and kind of see. It's hard to see it in the mirror with y'all. We'll just see if we need to do any more. So I've cut it pretty okay. Let's see. We're kind of even. I could probably trim this little piece, like here. There we go. And then maybe here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. At least it doesn't have to be in my book. I didn't take off very much, by the way. But just get some shears. And like I said, I got these from the beauty supply store. I'll see if I can find some to link, but they're super affordable as well. The next thing I usually do if I'm not gonna wear, or if I'm gonna wear my hair straight, I think I'm gonna do waves today. But I'm going to wave my hair, and then I'm gonna show you guys the one product I use that is like a game changer for me, and also then just I kind of do my edges at the end. But I love to do my waves with, is there even a name on here anymore? I've had this for a while, but this is a wand curler, or is it, hopefully, but it's by Remington. It's super affordable as well. I want to say I got this from Target too, and this may be like a 1.5 inch or maybe a 1 inch barrel, but it looks like this. And we're gonna plug this up next and let this heat up. And this is also very affordable. Like I said, I think this was maybe 20 something bucks, and it actually has a digital where you can see the temperature. Yeah, so it goes up to 410, and you can see that on there. Hopefully you could see that, but we'll let that warm up a little bit. It also warms up pretty fast. So let me tell you guys, whenever I do my hair, I mean, I've worn my own hair, but when I want thickness, which is usually what I do for my videos, I do put in a few clip-ins. So I have 4 rows of clip-ins. To me, it's more than enough. It's exactly what I need. I've used these for years, and I made them myself. So again, another DIY project. I had these already cut. They're kind of cut uneven because I cut them when they were in my hair. But I don't mind. But they're just, you guys, if you have any old hair laying anywhere, use it. This is for my ATL girlies who have been here a very long time. This is True Glory hair, the original True Glory, like years and years ago. The True Glory hair that I used, I had like from an old sew-in I had from years ago. And y'all, I still had the hair. And then I bought some wig clips. That's what these are. I know this might not look the prettiest, but let me actually show you the clip. Yeah, so I bought some wig clips, and then I just bootleg sewed them on. I sewed them in the track. Let's see if you can actually see it. Yeah, so I sewed them in the track here, and then I just clipped them in my hair and then just put them closed. So I made my own. So this is definitely an option. Let me show you. So I do a lot of my hair myself too. I have to show you guys another, whenever I want to do longer extensions and do a braidless sew-in, I use these little guys for that, but I'll show you guys that in another video. But here are the wig clips. So this is what they look like. You get them in the beauty supply store, or I will find some to link on Amazon. And it is just like a clip. You just open it up and clip it. And then I just use this. Like I said, I use the wig clip to just loop it through one of the tracks, and I just did that for 4 tracks, and I made my own clip-ins, and I use them every day, pretty much every day. And I'll show you guys just a couple of hairstyles. So of course, first you can, let me just straighten these. The things I like about this, you can straighten it. I'm gonna show you guys how I do a straight hairstyle. I'll show you guys the wave, and then I'll show you guys how I do my half ups and even my ponytails too. These are they come in very, very handy. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but you can straighten them. I mean, you get you some human hair. I mean, hair is expensive. So if you wanna find a way to reuse the hair that you have, girl, make you a few clip-ins and on your own and keep it moving. Like I said, they're not perfect. They're just they're just sewn on here, you guys. Like, I just looped it through. It's not a perfect sew at all. It's just, I tied a knot and I looped it through and through the track, and that was it. Because at the time, like I said, I've had these for years, so I don't know. I didn't want to buy any because I just wanted to see how they would look. But, and for me, 4 tracks is enough thickness for me to have a very natural look, because I am a firm believer in still having things look natural. I like to still keep a natural look, and for me, 4 of these was enough. And I don't always use all 4, so sometimes depending on the style in my hair, I'll just use like 2, or the 2 in the back, or maybe 2 in the front. And I really just have it for that. I just use 2 of these in the back and 2 in the front. And sometimes if my hair isn't this short, then you'll see my hair underneath, but whatever. So there's 2 that I did with just 2 clips. I really need to add another one, but I've just been too lazy to do so. But I usually put these at the like middle to back of my hair, so I'm gonna do that really quick. And there's no method to this, I just feel it again. We'll do it kind of low. We'll clip this up. Again, with my broken clip. I can only hope you guys can see for real, because I don't know what y'all can see. But yeah, and I'll just take this, clip it down, and then I clip the other one on top of that one. It's just how I like to do. So that is what I do. And then it pretty much blends in. Actually, I think I put it at a good length too, because it's actually at the length, about the same length that I just cut, so not too bad. And then the next 2, and as you can see already from that, it looks pretty nice. So it's pretty thick, it's thicker. Or again, you can wear your own hair, but I could actually wear it like this without even putting the other 2, because we're on day 1 here, and usually I don't even have to use all 4 of the tracks that I made. I usually keep that for when it's getting older and it's starting to get way down. That is the perfect little trick you should keep near you, are some clip-ins. I think will help. I know some people use tape-ins. I just particularly know my hair is so fine, and it's always been like this my whole life, but like sew-ins and anything attached to my hair, horrible. I don't care how long I keep it in. I could keep it in a week and I will have so much shedding. My hair just does not like to be tied down to anything. So I know with tape-ins and then having the pull from that to come out, I just beware for myself, and I found that the wig clips are better. So it's just like a little comb, and then I just, you know, close it that way. I mean, hopefully you don't get any fights, girl, because you clip it and coming out. So just fair warning. Y'all, this right here is my key ingredient, like a key secret. I don't know if it's really a secret, you guys, but this Kara Care, I think it is, wax stick. I love this. It's styling wax. It is a stick. They sell these so many different ways too, but it's just a stick of wax. So I do like Murray's Edge Wax too, but I will use this just on my edges. It is also a wax, or I have another edge control that I will use too, but the wax stick is really where it's at. So all of these, like, let me see it, you see it. All of these flyaways, this is magic for. So before, y'all can see all those little twiggies, and then you're just gonna lightly, so here's the thing with this though. Don't use it sparingly at first, because if you use too much of this, it's gonna weigh your hair down too. But I'm gonna show you guys a little trick that I use, which is to use it sparingly here. And then it kind of helps you define your part. Ooh, that little piece. Okay, it's not really defined back there. Oh, there you go. Defined enough. And then we'll get this down, and you can already see where you basically lay down those flyaways. Now this is really important too when you do curls. I'll show you guys that when I do the waves, but the next thing I do is kind of lightly run back through with the flat iron, or you could just lay it on top of there. But I like to just take a little piece and you're just basically mending in, or I should say pressing in even more that wax stick. So that way it's nice and seamless, but it's like pressed in there, if that makes sense. So I mean, I could just go like this and then do my edges. So I'm gonna do my edges really quick. I'll show you guys how I do that. And again, I just use an old toothbrush. I've had this toothbrush from forever. I'll clean it out every now and then, but y'all, it's just an old toothbrush and it has makeup on it from when I do my edges. I will use the edge wax this time. And it looks like this. It's just, I mean, I like the edge wax, and I just kind of tap mine in there because I don't like a ton of, I'm gonna here and here and everything, but I don't like a ton of wax on my edges. Why does it look like my head is crazy? So I will just do a little, ooh, a little lay down and press, and then because I don't want this to just be stuck either, so I'll do a little press there. I'll do a little one here. I'll tap tap again, and I do, even though you can't see this, I do still do my edges underneath where my hair is. I just do a little bit. And you're gonna see, I'm not doing a perfect edge down, like trying to make it extra perfect, because I just want it to naturally kind of lay there, if that makes sense. When I was younger, I used to just, I think my mom just did it with water. So she just take a brush and do this. So I just want it to look natural and not stuck to my head. Like I just tried to put all these baby hairs here, because that's not what we're trying to do. I just want a nice little lay down. So I do that, as you can see over here, just do a few, and then here. And then honestly, if I were just gonna wear it straight, then I would be good to go. But I'm gonna show you guys how I wand. And again, I only have 2 tracks in here. So I think for day 1, this is pretty good. But the wax stick is my friend. If you see any more, it's actually good for going down the hair too. If you have any where you just want it to look polished, I just kind of dab it down. And therefore it just lays kind of in place. So that's what this wax stick is for. And this comes in a lot of different brands, but this is just the one that I like to use and I've used for years. I think you guys, I'm gonna put the other 2 tracks in just for the wand situation. Yeah, let's do that. And I usually put, just to show you guys where I put them, I usually put them closer to the top, and I just, again, it's not a perfect part. I just kind of did that with my fingers. And I just fill it out, and I will put, I'll just take one, and I'll kind of start this one a little bit closer to this side. I'll just stick it down, and then we'll stick this one in, and then we'll stick this one in, and have that. And then I'll take the next one, and I will start kind of inside of the 2 clips, so it can end on this side a little bit more. So I just kind of start in the middle, right on top of it, clip down, and then on this side, over that one and clip down. And that is that. And then I'll just let this down. And wow, okay, you can see a bit of a difference there too. So Yeah, I like this. So if I were wearing my hair straight, I would just keep it like this. So next I'm gonna wand curl it so you guys can just kind of see how I do that. But like I said, as you can see, this is really my go-to. The wax stick, game changer. And just makes your hair just look slick or sleek. And you don't have to do the clip-ins for day one hair, but if you want a little bit of thickness or to make it look a little bit fuller, then you can do the clip-ins. Let's do the wand curls really quick. And I just take big chunks of hair, y'all. And then I just kind of go backwards. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I kind of twist and just hold at the end. And I'll just hold this for maybe like 10 seconds. Or 15 seconds. And then this is what it looks like. And this is just what I do for the light waves, because I really like light waves in my hair. And I'll just take a big chunk again, and then we'll go through and do some at the top. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I just take this, I'm just twisting again. It's okay if it comes up like this did, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I kind of like the messy, wavy look. And if you have thicker hair, then you can hold it a little bit longer, but it doesn't really take a lot. And be careful not to burn yourself because this gets really hot. It's really, really hot. So we have that one. Maybe you can see that a little bit. And then what I'll do is just kind of take a top piece here from that. And then do it again up here so that you have some from the root. And this is just without you having to like pin up a section, do all that. I just go through and grab hair and just go from there. That's really cute. I like the waves. We could have done it in this one, this little piece. And you don't want them tight, so I don't leave it on a long time, especially if I have a little piece like this. Like, it doesn't need very much. Doesn't need to stay on there that long. So let me go ahead and finish the rest of my hair. And when I get to this side, I turn this upside down and then I go backwards. So I start at the root again, and then I always usually do it away from my face. So you just kind of wrap around backwards and then hold the tail, because I don't want it curled all the way down to the end. So without doing anything, this is what we look like. And I will get a little bit of hairspray. Yeah, I'll just get some hairspray, and then this is some bed head. It's just some I had. It is Flexi Hold. Some of the hairspray, I know flakes. I'll use Tresemme too. I actually use that for my shampoo and conditioner. But I'll just kind of hold spray and hold this up just a little bit, because I still wanted to have a softness to it. So, but I kind of want to build it up. And then I'll just kind of run my fingers through it lightly. And see how it lifts it up where it is? That's so cute. Okay, I like this. And then the hairspray will help it kind of stay in place too. This is, hold on, let's see how the back is coming along. This is how it will look from the back. So hopefully you guys can see that. And we gotta make sure we don't have no tracks showing, honey. hopefully it showed you guys. I know the lighting is kind of weird in here. Maybe we should turn it up a little bit. But hopefully you guys can kind of see. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see how this came in. And then this is the back. Sorry, I probably should have shown it this close before. And then you just want that wax stick will just make sure it has this silky kind of laid down. The wax stick and then putting the curler on it after that just kind of gives this look. And I like to keep a little bit behind my ear with a little piece here as well. So this is really how I do my hair and the final look. So I hope you guys found that really useful. And like I said, it doesn't take really expensive items or products to do it. And if you got a wax stick, I think you're gonna be good to go when it comes to doing your hair. I know for me, it's just the day one hair that is the best. Let me show you guys, maybe I should show you guys what it looks like without the clip-ins. Here. So, and then at night, it's so easy to just pull these out. But I'm just gonna show you guys too, because maybe you don't have clip-ins or you don't have any hair to make you any, but this is my hair without the clip-ins. So just my scalp, my hair, no, it's not as thick, but I think using this technique and having this kind of style, like with the waves, I think also helps make fine hair look thicker. So that's just my opinion. And then if I ever do any, like, I think some other good styles for fine hair is like a half up, half down, but then I will use like a couple of the clip-ins and like I'll do it like from the sides and kind of do a half up, which I haven't done this style in a very long time, but it's very cute. And the key to it too, you guys, is to not, like, don't put things really tight. So kind of leave some hair. I know I mean, this isn't the right style, but this is just an idea, but you want to leave, like, don't slick your hair, like don't slick it like this, because it's just gonna make it look even thinner. But here, I'll just show you guys. I'm doing it for y'all. So let's get a little tie. So I'm doing a little hair tie. Although honestly, a clip is probably the best, but don't get a hair tie and make it like, I'm gonna do it one more time. You don't want to make it too tight. Oof. Let's see. And then you can pull out some of this. You're gonna need a wax stick again, but I'm about to take this back down, but y'all get the point. But a half up, half down look would look cute too. So let's do this even. Sorry, y'all. And hold on. Let's see. It looks like I should have pulled this up a little bit right here. Okay, trying to do this and show you guys. Sorry, it's a little challenging. So I'm just gonna do this maybe 3 times. But you wanna kinda even pull out some of your hair here. And again, have it kind of messy. And then you can use that wax stick to just barely, it's really just putting those stray hairs in, because you don't wanna pull your hair tight. It'll make it look even finer to me. And then I like to do a little tendril here, and then you're just gonna kind of fluff this out. It may even be better with, but that's like a cute little style that you could wear. And this is just all my hair. Again, it's very fine, but I just did, let me make sure y'all can see. So I just did it with my fingers and just pulled it up. And then you still have some shine again from the pressing out using the flat iron, and then the curler, and then a little bit of the wax stick. But I think that's also a really cute look if you have fine hair. And I do this method too with my ponytails. So even with a ponytail, I like to have some tendrils out. My tendrils I will sometimes pull out even more hair because this kind of gives dimension to how thin or fine your hair may look. So I usually pull out some tendrils. Like this one's a little thinner than this side, but I tend to go with that side if I could. And then I'll just pull up, you know, the ponytail, and then just use the same method. It's better when you have like some texture in your ponytail and it's not like all straight. Even if you have curls in it or waves, it kind of gives dimension to how fine your hair actually is. And again, this is without any clip-ins, but you just want to make sure that you keep your ponytails loose. When you have it and it's like super thick, I meant super tight, like to your head, just imagine like this hairstyle. Now imagine me doing it like this. To me, that doesn't really look good. And plus I got a big forehead and you don't want to highlight that. So I feel like leaving a little bit of hair out kind of helps with that. So that is just a little tip that I have for you. So then look, you pull it out and then you still got some volume in your hair from before, because that's kind of what the waves and that hairspray help to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.